RM इन्वेंट्री मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम में हम लोग उसको 3 हिस्से में बांट देते हैं। लॉन्ग लीड टाइम आइटम, वो MOQ, प्रोक्योरमेंट लीड टाइम, रीऑर्डर लेवल, सेफ्टी स्टॉक और एडवांस्ड कस्टमर शेड्यूल जो आता है, टेंटेटिव शेड्यूल आता है एक्चुअली, उसके आधार पे RM आइटम, लॉन्ग लीड आइटम के लिए आइटम वाइज मॉनिटर किया जाता है। वो जो आपने अभी हेज मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी में जो देखा आपने दीवार में जो उन्होंने लोग डिस्प्ले कर रहे हैं RM वाइज, that is for critical RMs actually. All critical RM items which are important for their for monitoring the stock, they are monitoring it like that. And rest actually there would be some other system actually for triggering the reorder or manufacturing at the subcontracting premise. Medium के लिए भी almost same thing है. Decide the MOQ, procurement lead time same है. Reorder level, safety, consult the customer schedule. Only point is that monitor the RM ITR as a whole group wise. For example, इधर अगर मानी कि किसी एक पार्टी से welded part आता है या तो die cast part आता है, so you can monitor it like that. So it need not be item wise. In some specific cases item भी हो सकता है, लेकिन in general you can do it like that, क्योंकि subcontracting item के लिए as a whole the lead time may not change much. So you can actually go for a grouping, group wise this thing, and वो group से अगर एक दो item का जरूरत नहीं है, then you take it out, for the remaining you can trigger. So you have to monitor the stock for everything. So I would suggest that for medium range item also you can go for a card based trigger system. That is possible. Short lead time के लिए based on the rolling production plan, monitoring the ITR for the entire quantity you can monitor. And based on that, you can decide whether any stock reduction measure would have to be taken or not. So for this, you can also have a, agar short lead time hai or consumable hai, for that you can actually go for a 2-bin system. All right. FG के लिए भी the similar kind of thing. Long throughput time item, medium item, and then short item based. Then you decide the item mix. जो आइटम के लिए ज्यादा थ्रूपुट टाइम चाहिए उसको लॉन्च कीजिए beforehand. Otherwise, for the bulk of the remaining item, you decide the throughput time, और based on that you define the green inventory जो मैंने डिस्कस किए थे. Okay. So you have to remember one thing, that number of dispatches required per week on average is the FG inventory checkpoint. Manufacturing lead time by producer versus procurement lead time given by customer, so that you can balance actually. Reserve stock calculation in FG. इसके लिए FG के लिए FG reserve stock के लिए ये criteria याद रखना चाहिए. Fluctuations in throughput time. FG reserve stock will increase in that case अगर आपको इसके लिए कुछ item compensate करना चाहोगे. Transportation delay for dispatch इसके लिए भी चाहिए. जब कस्टमर का रिक्वायरमेंट सडनली ऊपर जाता है तो एवरेज एंड मैक्सिमम डिस्पैच रिक्वायरमेंट का अगर कस्टमर का अगर ज्यादा हो जाता है तो उसके लिए भी आपको एक्स्ट्रा क्वांटिटी चाहिए. नॉट एप्लीकेबल इफ द कंपनी हैज अल्टरनेट प्रोडक्टिव रिसोर्स एंड लीड टाइम इज लो. अगर आपके पास एक अल्टरनेट प्रोडक्शन रिसोर्स है व्हिच यू कैन स्टार्ट इमीडिएटली, and or you have a subcontractor who can take care of that. ऐसा काफी बार होता है, मैंने देखा है. In that case, you don't have to compensate it by FG reserve stock. FG stock increases if the manufacturing capacity is less than weekly demand, considering all the customers. If FG stock increases if the manufacturing capacity is less than the weekly demand, considering all customers. And extra demand needs to be bridged by FG or by outsourcing, जैसे मैंने बोला था पहले. तो ये रेमेडियल मेजर है. रिड्यूस कैसे करोगे FG स्टॉक को? Reduce fluctuations in throughput time by taking care of the breakdown, unscheduled production, absenteeism, RM shortage, other losses. So work extensively on the availability losses. Reduce transportation delay for dispatch, not applicable where customer picks up the material. Discuss with customer and convince customer not to ask for sudden increase in dispatch requirement wherever manufacturing lead time is high. So I think that they will understand that but you have to indicate that I cannot really continue for a high lead time item, because high lead time item means its value add also will be more. So cost implication will be more. So everything is possible provided you are paid for it, but it is not suggested actually. WIP inventory के लिए criteria क्या है? If the manufacturing lead time is high, WIP inventory goes up. Also, if the customer changes his schedule frequently, WIP will increase, and that becomes quite a headache. In the middle of the shop, your WIP stock is increasing. So production procurement planning का कुछ doctrines है जो follow करना जरूरी है. Production planning based on bottleneck machine productivity rate. It is very important that you do a value stream and then understand the bottleneck machine. Bottleneck machine, actually, if you read that book from Goldratt, the goal, you will understand the drum, buffer, rope system, and then the pace of the entire system, actually, production flow, is determined by the bottleneck machine. So do not unnecessarily produce to keep a queue in front of the bottleneck machine as input. Main key area for PPC. Include PM and change over time as part of production planning. ये इसके ऊपर काफी सवाल हुआ था जब हम लोग PM का डिस्कशन किए थे. It should be accommodated in the production planning. Okay, it should not come as a surprise in the production planning. No, then the entire production planning will lead to delay actually for the dispatch schedule. Find capacity utilization of every machine based on macro customer schedule of the month and then distribute to. This I think I have discussed. I don't want to get into that. So constraints में risk factor क्या है? Transportation delay, quality rejections, fluctuations in consumption pattern, delivery fluctuation. So मैंने पहले भी बोला था consumption rate अगर आपका MOQ से ऊपर है कोई issue नहीं है. This can be a constraint. This cannot be a constraint. If MOQ is greater than the consumption rate, then there is an issue. Because then we have to have more inventory. Your MOQ actually is more than the consumption rate. So you land up in keeping some आपका जो slow moving inventory वो बढ़ जाएगा. Okay. So these are the very broadly 5 steps. Capacity planning कीजिए पहले monthly या तो quarterly जो tentative है उस schedule है उसके against में. फिर high lead time item के लिए RM procurement बनाइए. Release order based on lead time, MOQ reorder level और review कीजिए हर week कोई change हो रहा है क्या नहीं और monthly इसको फिर review करती जाइए. एक number 1 को repeat कीजिए every month. Then decide on dispatch plan of all available weeks and roll it every week for next 4 weeks in consultation with customer. Carry out subcontract planning for weekly material requirement. Detail out, last point, detail out micro production plan and roll it every day for X number of days, depends on the throughput time. And based on dispatch plan, throughput time, आप number 3 को जो 3 में आया है उसके अगेंस्ट में इसको मीडियम रेंज प्लान के अगेंस्ट में आप माइक्रो प्लान बनाते रहेंगे.